Is this thing on? Can you hear me? Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank, huh? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in. You dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy Anthony.
What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Man, sorry we were starting a little bit late. It wasn't because of us. All we knew is that all of a sudden, since this is a special edition, all of a sudden our broadband went off. We was already supposed to be live. We've been set up since 11 a.m. in the Midwest. That's 9 o'clock on the Pacific side, right? But the evil's unaware gonna take us off. 2 minutes till. Internet wouldn't come up. Because they know, like, Roy is gonna say what it do. This is a special edition of the Roy Anthony Show. I want everybody to know. It's a special edition. For real, that's why if it ain't live, it ain't me. Woo. This is a special edition from Roy Anthony. I got some people coming in, Boy Entertainment said, my brother Goose is in the house. I'm too cold to get over. Because let me tell you something. The day is about to be a truthful. It's about to be a truthful show. We were supposed to have a guest. I always like having a guest, but sometimes I'm a little bit too hard and strong for some people. We were supposed to have one of the hosts from the Howard Sterns. He said that he was locked out Facebook jail. But anyway, but this weekend I got some news from a family of Miss Deborah Reese, and I'm gonna go into more details. Roy Anthony ain't too big up on himself to ask that. Sometimes I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong all the time.
Are you?
Mike. I didn't say this is a perfect show. I just said this is the Roy Anthony Show. I think I'm probably 1.5. Probably at a half on some days. But I'm just trying to be truthful, because all you got to do is have a conversation with me. It's not a confrontation. It's a conversation. I'm a black man. My brothers are black, white, Latino, Asians. Sometimes I don't get along with my blacks. Sometimes I don't get along with my whites, my Asians, Latinos. But I don't mind having a talk about it. Before I let outsiders like a media or politicians tell you how I feel about you. Man, I'm too hard to fall apart. I'm too cold to get over. And of course, I like to always thank God. No, I'm not religious, but I believe in a spiritual God that gave me salvation through his son. Other than that, man, I'm a heathen just like everybody else. Hoping to be saved by grace. Is there afterlife? Nobody knows that question like until Rich Pryor said, until you face the ultimate test. And the ultimate test is death. And that's the ultimate test for your ass, ain't it? So,
pass or fail.
You know what I'm saying? And that's an appointment that you got to keep. That's what the preacher said at our home.
You ain't going to be late.
You ain't going to be
Don't
late.
worry about it. You ain't got to touch your clock.
So until that time comes, which I don't know, I got to live at 100. Things that I say doesn't speak for Woe Entertainment, which is the platform that we're coming through. Created by Richard King, a.k.a. Redneck Pimp.
Redneck Pimp.
That's our brother, man. My associate producer, Goose. For real. My brother Goose is I don't never say his government name because I might need him on some real deal stuff. Our social producer, Blue Phoenix. I'm so proud of her, man. She fought a rare cancer and been winning. She served in the military. She be playing them 100 scary games. I tried to roll with her one day. I still couldn't have sleep that night. Dude talking about you should have smoked some indica. Nah, it was the Blue Phoenix game. She know anybody who wants to play those games, who wants to learn how to play like master games. Call of Duty is she'll teach you some stuff for real, because she actually was in Call of Duty. She was actually in Call of Duty type of person. You feel? And then we want to thank all. I want to give a shout out to all the hosts of Woe Entertainment. I tell anybody.
Thank you, Woe Entertainment.
Woe Entertainment's in the house. You know. She said she here. And so, hey, y'all can put that on the main talk. Y'all got me going back and forth from regular comments to private comments. Shirley and Richard King says, see yo. Michael Netherly's in the house coming from Long Beach. He said, baby, I know you in the house. Rock Box, one of the most talented brothers. He's a producer. I be seeing his work. And Top Foods, give me a second. He on the phone. We can see you in the back room. We see you back there now. The days are special. Our head producer is gonna make an appearance. He talked to me. And now I want everybody to understand I am not perfect at all. None at all. Sometimes I'm gonna say stuff just like, no, man, I'm far from it. Just like y'all, when you get caught up in your emotions. Because my drive is, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not none of that. I'm an American, a United States of America. I like to go, when I want to go to other countries and be looking proud. What up, Rock Box? We're not trying to be where it's one-sided, because I question these people who create, like the lady who she just retired from the Black Lives Matter after she done bought 3.2 million. And the mothers are sitting up there complaining. I'm not under no. I want to be where we can be. I like what Goose said about how we can bring a president in. Let it be where every state has one electoral vote. We don't have, because our founding fathers, if that's what you want to say, because my family and blood goes all the way to Crispus Attucks. For real, my bloodline goes all the way to Crispus Attucks. Now, that's why I say I question the 3%ers and all. He's the first man who died for America in the American Revolutionary War, because he was like, man, I'm not about to pay all this money, these taxes. Yeah.
That's how it's being reported.
Look how it sounds. Them people want his money after he done went and did all the work to get that tea and all that. And so bring it down a little bit, man. He did all that work to get that tea and to bring it over here. Next thing you know, they want to tax him for it. He's like, man, I'm tired of y'all with this. And the fight was on, and some of our white brothers said, man, I feel you on that. Because what they leave out the history book is like the Macon Revolution. This is before the American Revolution. I'm like Goose. Goose said he likes money. Yes, I like money. See, Goose is like us. We don't say we love money because we don't love money. We like money. We love getting it because the love of money is the root of all evil, not having money. Jesus told Peter, live by the sword, die by the sword. He never told him not to have a sword because they was together for 3.5 years. Let the church say amen. Legal, man. Oh, if it's righteous, I'm gonna get it. But man, you know what? Check this out. My last time I had this guest in, he's gonna roll with me today because he settled in. Redneck Pimp said pimps like money too. He had like 6 zeros on it. That's that $1 million look. I love it in you. See, we talking. See, me and my brothers, we are black, white, Latino, Asians. We ain't into the media stuff. I'm not into that Democrat, Republican stuff. I'm into the United States. Don't think no president can save you. Money is a tool to do what you need to do. That's what I'm talking about. Carrie Wilcox said money buys the things I want. That's right, Carrie. Don't be scared to show. What's up, Carrie? She's showing that. Money buys the things. I'm going to show that. Money buys the things I want. I'm out in different states, and I'm still in Missouri, but I got to leave this week. I'm becoming different ways and stuff, and I like it like that.
How do you not love money, though? That's hard.
No, I love getting money. The love of money is the root of all evil. Despite what all these other people do, I'm going to keep it real with myself, with God. Because when they believe that ain't nothing after life, yeah, there's too much convincing. We need to get this money because we so busy giving the money that we have to politicians, entertainment, and then we wonder why we don't have this and that.
But the money
you got people who rushed an insurrection and thought that Trump was going to really just bond them out. Trump had the power to exonerate everybody who got arrested.
That was power.
He didn't do it. They're facing cases next month. And it's okay. Now I want to bring in my brother again. A lot of y'all know this is my ride or die. Now y'all see 30 by 30. He always speaks up for me. He knows he likes to keep it the way he do. He likes it to keep it the way he do. Now I'm bringing my other baby brother who rolls with me. Without no further ado and stuff, I'm gonna give it up for my man. Tafu Panda's in the house. What's up, Tafu? Hey man, mic your mic, man. Your mic is unmiked.
There it is. What's up?
There it is. Hey man, don't you come up on this show? And I thought you was doing some Chinese kung fu stuff.
I did that this morning. For real. 4 o'clock this morning.
Real, what's up, bro?
What's happening?
Hey man, before I don't want nobody to think I'm a heathen. I know that this was Memorial Weekend, and I wanted to do it while where my guest was in. And he's not my guest, his fam, because he's been a guest the first show. Now he's gonna be a fam, so y'all might as well get used to Tafu being in the house. Oh man, look who done popped up, man. I got my man. Wait a minute, man. Remember Brandon Peters? I gotta bring Brandon in too. Wait a minute, before I bring him in, go ahead, Tafu. Tell him who you are. Give a testimony, bro. You hold up, Brandon. Brandon Peters in the background. Go ahead.
Hey, Tafu Panda, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Rolling with my big bro on the show. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look. I am ex-military, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people kept saying, like, happy Memorial Day. I had to check on that, man. What's up, Goose? I had to let them know, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, it's not a happy Memorial Day, you know what I'm saying? You try to be happy, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, respectful. You feel me? A lot of people, don't thank me for my service. Not yesterday. That wasn't the day for that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I lost some homies and brothers. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for this country. You dig?
Well, man,
So,
you know what, man? I never share this. I'm gonna share it too. Turn it down a little bit, producer. They send too much background noise. They can't hear everybody. Before I say what I gotta say, because I'm gonna say something about, personal for me, and I don't really share a lot of my personal stuff.
mm-hmm.
We turned it down. We got you, bro. Music too loud. We got you. Ben Peters. I'm gonna bring Ben Peters in the house. Come from where you at? San Diego or LA, bro?
I was in San Diego today, chilling.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
What's
cruising.
up with you, bro?
I was like, I got
Tell everybody, give your quick testimony, who you are, bro, and then we're gonna go into a conversation.
man. I'm Brandon Peters, man. AKTBG, the black guy. Got things going around all over from San Diego to LA to Vegas. Had to stop in on the Roy Anthony show to say what's up, show some love. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. We always keeping it 100. We're gonna keep it 100.
And I felt like needed some conversations. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all about conversating.
Yeah, and we don't. And I'm gonna let some people know. This is our head producer, but look how he spelled music is too loud, but he spelled the music too low. I just want to show that mess with him. He's saying that you can't. Can y'all hear us now? Everybody can hear us. They turned to Okay. So look, I called this a special edition. Brent, I'm glad you came in. Tafu, I'm glad you came in. We're gonna have Richard King. They said good now. That's good, bro. Look here. Sometimes I want everybody to know, and y'all know me, and you know me from my heart. We got to figure out how we're gonna change up this logos in the front. Tafu, can you go to the right side a little bit because they got the Whoa Radio show? No, yeah, we gonna be able to show your face. You feel me? I'm sorry.
You know what? I thought the logo was just.
All right, they took it off. Thanks. That Blue Phoenix did that for me because I'm like, I can't see.
Put it in the corner.
I wouldn't know, man. I'm so glad to see
the corner.
Okay, now look here. Now, we all part of the United States. And so I'm not going to question about where everybody's at.
This is home for me, baby.
Yeah. Now, the media paints us sometimes. I saw our producer, Richard King, this weekend. And me and Richie had a conversation, especially about Miss Deborah Reese. And I'm saying her name a lot because she was the lady who was murdered, but we was concentrating on Lee Dale Lee, who was executed 4 years ago, to where they just found out that he was innocent just here last week or a month ago or something. And I, Roy Anthony, painted the family as if they were a white family just happy that a black person died for it. But I was informed, and it hurt my feelings the whole weekend. Just because I speak, I have no inhibitions, doesn't mean I don't have a heart.
You got a heart?
Yes, I do. I'm like Chuck Rock. I know I'm hard because I'm Chuck Rock, but deep in my chest, I have a soft spot that can easily be ripped apart. I'm hard like the Tin Man, but I got a heart. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Somebody's feeling me. Okay. I'm not perfect. And I painted the family as if they was glad that somebody was dying for their child's murder, because emotionally, when we find out somebody done murdered one of our loved ones, we want justification, sometimes in the barbaric way of thinking.
Yes.
Hey, Roy, let me tell you. Remember, we got cut off when we was doing this show.
Yeah.
Me losing a son, and the killer ain't been brought to justice. That's why in that family's position, I'm like, when we talked about this subject and the guy being executed, the wrong person was executed.
Wait a minute, Typhoon. I'm with you, but wait a minute. I gotta finish this though before you finish. It was informed to me that the family didn't even want this brother to be executed,
Even if he
was guilty.
Yeah.
That's why I'm apologizing about. That's what I'm saying. They went home and prayed, bro, for a week. They didn't even talk to reporters or nothing. When they went to the prosecutors and stuff, the people told them, which I knew they was so truthful. The prosecutors in them was like, hey, y'all just sit back because this is out of your hands now. This is when it becomes state versus
the justice system.
Yeah, so but I made a scene, and I did, like they was glad that somebody was getting murdered. I painted them as they was a racist white family, probably, that glad that a black man died. And I found that was totally different. Now, the grandmother or some family members are very upset about that the killer wasn't found. And they prayed. And with my belief in God, I believe that through their prayers, 4 years after, even though I know he's in heaven, like with the thief that was on the side of Jesus. He's in heaven because he was innocent. But I want to apologize because I painted the family as if they was glad a black man was getting murdered for it, and they wasn't. They didn't even want the man to be executed.
Hey, you know what, Roy? You know what, Roy? For it's different strokes for different folks. Because me losing my son, they haven't found the killer yet. And if I was in a position where they brought somebody to justice or brought somebody saying, hey, this is the guy, because I'm sure, just like the police talk to me and my son's mom, saying, hey, we got somebody that haven't talked or whatever, they're going to come to that family and say, hey, this is the guy. We sure of it. We have this amount of evidence against him or whatever. And me, as a parent, losing my son, I'm going to be like, yes, kill him. The hell with him. I used to be against the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? But now going through it, it's almost like you don't really realize how stuff affects you till it's in your backyard. You feel me?
But so that's what I'm saying, Typhoon.
Yeah, but it wasn't. But hold on. But it wasn't even though it was a black and white situation in their case, we had to look at it. We should have looked at it like it wasn't that they wanted a black man dead. It was that I don't care who it was that killed my loved one, kill him. Now that says a lot for the family that they didn't even want the death penalty. But I know for me on my end, I'm gonna be like, hey, mother had you, motherfuck you. There go my one.
Yeah, but look here. Come on, Brendan. You know what we're talking about, the subject, right?
Yeah.
Brendan, if you're not aware, we're talking about a brother named Liddell Lee. And Liddell Lee was executed 4 years ago. He was on death row for 22 years. I see you, Redneck Pimp came in the house. That's the head producer. And look here. Before I introduce you, Redneck, you just jumped in because he's the head producer. You just come in. You can't let me introduce him or nothing like that. Don't put your hand up. It's too late now. Put your hand down. All right.
We see.
Okay, look here. Goose, I feel you. I don't care who it is. If someone kills one of my kids, I don't care what your skin color is. I'm gonna ask if I can pull the damn trick. Goose, I'm feeling you.
Facts.
But listen here. Now, I couldn't get to say your name, but we were saying on the subject. But I want to bring, since this is our head producer, Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp, and this is a conversation. It's not a confrontation, right? And
You gotta let Brennan. You gotta let it Brennan in on it. You gotta let
Brennan say, because he was about to speak, and then we'll bring it to Redneck. Okay, go ahead, Brennan.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally against the death penalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel enough time served can change people's minds and fix them right. You know what I'm saying? Like death penalty, I feel like we just jump. Plus, I feel that's just taking the easy way out. You know, like if I want someone to suffer, I would rather you sit there 6x6, you know, staring at the wall.
Okay, but let me ask you something, Brennan. Brennan, let me ask you a question. Brennan.
Yeah.
What if you have a baby, right? Don't you have a baby? How old is your baby?
Yeah, I got a couple babies, you know.
I mean, how old is your child?
I got a 4-year-old, I got a 2-year-old.
Okay. What if your 4-year-old and your 2-year-old, one of them, God forbid, is murdered? Now, you don't know that feeling. Wait a minute. You cannot see. This is where it becomes imagination.
I used to feel that way.
Okay, now let me share, since everybody's on. Wait a minute. Before I tell my testimony, what I want to say something about this, because I don't share my personal, but I want to bring the Redneck Pimp comes in, because I'm sticking with you, Brennan. You're coming from San Diego. I fool you in Kansas City, Missouri. Oh my God, this man got a shotgun toilet dude stuff. We got Redneck Pimp coming from Cameron, Missouri. Hey, go ahead, Redneck. I'm giving you an introduction. Tell them who you are, bro.
Redneck. Well, don't need much introduction, brother. Sure show. My name's Richie King. They call me Redneck Pimp. Professional comedian, former MMA fighter, former United States Marine, 7 years of total military service. Married a beautiful wife. Got 11 grandbabies, 4 stupid kids. What else can you say? No, they ain't stupid. They're good kids. The kids.
And now, we represent
see them on their day with us. Right? That's right. All over the United States.
This is my brother. Now, forget what the media. This ain't Carson Tucker. This ain't Joy Reid. None of that bullshit right there. This is general public people. I don't know what happened to. I seen Blue Phoenix come in. You can come in Blue Phoenix anytime you want to.
All of it is on those platforms.
Okay.
A bunch of crap anyway.
Okay, right? Now, wait a minute, bro. I'm going to break something down to everybody. Let me share something with you. I was looking at the Messenger and on Woe Entertainment, and we was all giving names out to people who we, brought a memorial. I never talk about my personal stuff, because I know that every comedian and every actor on this platform right now has been through some deep personal shit. Every single person in here has been through some deep personal shit. That's why we do comedy, because the Spirit of God reflects in our personality that we don't want nobody else to go through the shit we go through. Take our minds off of it. I love when Richie King always say, don't be mad. Hey, what you say about laugh, if it's funny.
Don't apologize for funny, and if you're laughing, you ain't crying.
There it is. Don't apologize for being funny. If you ain't laughing, you crying. So you laugh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now look, what I'm trying to say is this. My brother, we was first cousins. We were 3 months apart. His name is Michael Bramble. We were 3 months apart, so we grew up like brothers. It's my first cousin. My mother and his mother are sisters. In 98, and he served in the Army. When he got out the military, he went to school, became a lawyer. Everything I'm telling you, you can look on the St. Louis. You can Google it up. It happened in St. Louis. My brother became a lawyer, started working for a big firm in St. Louis, Missouri. He married a woman, my sister-in-law, which I knew her through since high school, who had got pregnant while we was at Wichita State by a Dallas police officer who never served in the military. And he never paid child support. To make a long story short, in 98, in August of 98, he drove from Dallas to St. Louis and murdered my brother, my sister-in-law, and my 2 nephews. He died on the scene because he was going to try to make it seem like they died from carbon monoxide by running the car in the garage. You can read it in St. Louis. He died on the scene. Now, my uncles and them were detectives in high police forms in Kansas City, Kansas. They came to me and said, Roy, with your connections, we would have paid you to go find him and kill him. That's what they told me. You don't know what Roy Anthony has gone through.
So how
we don't know what Tafu, his son was murdered, and they still ain't caught the person. We don't know what Redneck Pimp has gone through. And Redneck brought it to me about Deborah Reese, and it hurt my feelings.
That's why it takes somebody strong.
Been through what Miss Deborah Reese family been through. Tafu has, and I apologize, Deborah Reese family. Not because of no white, black, whatever, because I know the pain. Now I left to take my mind. And if I'm wrong, forgive me. I ain't trying to get popularity because of this podcast. They out talk to me because I got so much on my plate. But I love what I'm doing with my brothers here. I don't care what nobody think of Roy Anthony. I do what I do.
Let me ask you.
I do it how I do it.
Let me ask you this, Roy.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
What and this goes to you too, Redneck. Does that change your? Because I used to feel the same way Brennan did about the death penalty. I was like, why don't we just have torture chambers? You know what I'm saying? I was for torture chamber. You know what I'm saying? Like I would sign up quick to peel the skin off the yo Peter Whacker, you pedophile. You know what I'm saying? I would sign up for that. It's like I do it on my off day. Like it's a volunteer service.
Right.
But
right.
With the death of my son, it made me think of the death penalty totally different. It's like I'm for it. I'm like, I want this guy. I want this guy, and in my heart, and I know that's built up anger and hate and everything, because I still can't even drive past the place. But I'm like, I want his whole family to suffer. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, Tafu. When I was talking, we don't know what happened to Brendan Peters. When it's like people who told people don't discipline your kids were the people who don't have no kids. Those who wrote the laws. We keep voting for the same, excuse my language, my producer's here, so I'm gonna drop an F-bomb. We keep voting for the same motherfuckers over and over and over again. We are insane because we keep doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting different results.
Because we have got into this system that there's just this side and that side. That's it. You're either blue or you red. That's it. There's no other colors that exist.
But guess what? That's why you know what? That's what they said in 1776. They said, guess what? We was under England's British rule, and we said, forget that. Now, if we don't remember our history or our past, we repeat it. And let me tell you something. The next Civil War will not be because of blacks versus white. Because we're going to have blacks on one side, and then we're going to have whites on one side. And guess what? Guess what? The righteous will prevail. Because that's what we're leading to.
Well, if we're talking about civil action and stuff like that, civil war, it'll be more of a status. I think it'll be more of a status thing versus it'll be a status thing more than a color.
Look here, bro. I believe, like Goose said, if someone murders someone, they die the same way.
Hey, here's something real bad in our country. The way we're looking, they're using black and white to distract us from the goings-ons. What's really going on in this country is, let's go back to that article you were talking about at the open of your show,
yes,
where Del Reese's family. Okay, they were told not to look for the person who really did it. They were told that they wasn't happy. This guy was killed. They were told because you had judges tell them, look, hey, we had eyewitnesses. Even if we didn't have DNA, he was guilty anyway. He was guilty anyway. The laws in this country don't want to admit that they make mistakes. You got white people, black people, Asian people, all in prison who don't belong there because of eyewitness testimony. Listen, human beings are flawed. If you don't want to accept the lie detector test, don't accept eyewitness anymore. Okay, this is an age where we got DNA, a forensic that could prove everything. You don't need an eyewitness.
Hey, Redneck, let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. Everything you're saying, I totally agree. But you're talking to the ones that we are the scapegoats for this.
Well,
we are the ones dying. While they adjusting laws, we're the ones dying.
It'll work.
Yes, they are. In your area, like I told you, in my area, rednecks are the ones that they get accused of stealing and robbing and all that stuff because there's no blacks where I live.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. If there was blacks,
y'all the white niggas.
Got a phone call.
Y'all the white niggas in that area.
Something's going on with
Hold on, I got a phone call.
I want to hear what's
Redneck.
You somebody must be calling him.
Hey, Roy. He said I was gonna tell them that because they the white niggas in their area. Anything. So
hey, you done said 3 N-words and we said it. Yeah, I heard you the first time.
I only get 4 F.
I only get to say it. You ain't part of the N-word challenge.
Oh, my bad. So anyway, so check it. No, but the thing is though, and I was gonna let Redneck know as well that hey, you know what I'm saying? We the ones, like you said, if you look at it now, okay, they just passed Asian hate laws, right?
Yeah.
Blacks been screaming for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? We haven't got any type of hate crime laws passed for blacks.
But see, look here, bro. See, that's like that commercial. I'm waiting for Redneck to be able to come back in when he come back saying.
Well, you can answer this, Roy.
I think he's back in.
You can answer this, Roy.
Bro, let me tell you. Wait a minute.
Michael said in there, he said, "A vengeance is the Lord's," right?
Yes.
Well, let's not call it vengeance. Let's say justice.
But see, you know what? Then that I can say it like, what was his name? Attila the Hun? Was it Attila the Hun?
Yeah.
When the people in the village said, "Please spare mercy on me," and he said, "You know what? I am the visions of the Lord.
God must not favor you."
Are you there?
If he sent a threat like me,
granted me to come.
Yeah. It's almost like one of them things. Like, hey, you asked out of you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the crime bill with the Asians. The Asians And I want everybody to understand, I have nothing against the Asians. Matter of fact, we have built up the Asians. If anybody want to say anything about money to the Asians, what's black folks, listen to us. Because guess what? They the ones who got the little liquor stores in our neighborhood, little markets. Sell us beer and our bread and the eggs. We don't have to go to
they own like 80% of our
wait a minute, hold up, bro. They got the little markets, make it convenient. They got the little restaurants. Sometimes I want some Asian food, young and all that.
You eat that?
No, I don't, but I like shrimp fried rice.
You got to apologize again, Nick.
But you also got where they got their hair and the nails. Explain something. Make $5 million off the black. I've been twice. Let me tell you of a story. This is a true story in Long Beach, off of 4th and Cherry. Anybody in downtown Long Beach or know Long Beach? This is a true story. Look, the Asian lady at the little store, corner store right there, was selling the malt vets that was staying in the 55 and older nursing home. Now, they would serve him Old English early in the mornings. That when they drink pissing on himself, he goes to the back same store. She told her, "Oh no, you not come in here. You pee on yourself. I just give me money," and she started handing the beer. So I said, "What the world is this? It's so degrading." So I was telling blacks, I was stopping them. I'm on a public sidewalk. Telling the blacks, hey man, don't want to come to this store. This one, I'm protesting. I've always been a protester by myself. Look here.
Hey, hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hold up. Yes, we can hear you, redneck. If we can see you busy, we can hear you.
All right, what I was saying a while ago was that family.
We can hear you.
They want.
Wait a minute, hold up, redneck. Yeah. Just because we can hear you, don't mean you can just come in and just start speaking up where you stopped off from. You're still freezing. You're chopping up.
You froze.
Can you hear me? Redneck.
I hear you. Go ahead.
But you're not moving like you stuck.
That's all right. I can hear you.
Before you come back on, because you just got on, we were sharing with the we was talking on a conversation about the Chinese, and this is the black neighborhood. I'm telling different blacks not to go. This black lady said, no, I get my credit from Miss Young and all that. So she called the police, and when the police came, she had told them that I was a drunk out here being disorderly in front of her store.
She thought you was gonna run.
She didn't know that was Roy Anthony. So when I told them, they find what I'm saying is, not once do the Asian community, with all these liquor stores and hair shops, and never do anything for the black community, but yet
they provide
and see, it's always propaganda. We owe this big deficit to the Chinese people. Fuck. We've been buying radios that say made in China since I was a kid. And guess what? Where's the taxes on that? You got NBA players scared to speak up against what's going over in China.
Because they own 80% of our media.
Wait a minute. We need Redneck was saying, what's going on, Redneck? Are you there? Because your face is stuck.
Yeah, that's all right. My face stuck. You know,
right, go ahead.
When you get old, that's what happens.
What was you saying? Go ahead. Tell me what you was finishing up.
Oh, I was going to tell you that that family was told by the judges, you see what I'm saying, to keep quiet. The laws of this country don't want to admit they make mistakes. We got too many people of all colors that are stuck in prison. Why does it take somebody who was found not guilty take 10 years to let them out of prison? They got to sit there for 10 more years because of paperwork.
Yeah. Well, that's part of our news. So I want you to hold that part. Wait a minute, Mr. Richard King, I want you to hold that part because that's the first part of our news today.
All right.
Okay, that's the first part of our news.
All right.
I just Because I'm gonna tell you something. When I talk to people, I take it for what it's worth. I look at the person. When he told me that, this was Richie King. Me and him met Saturday morning. Now I'm a loyal. I'm drop my second. I usually don't use no F bombs, but I'm gonna drop my second one today.
No. You got more than one.
Well, I'm a loyal motherfucker. I'm gonna be honest.
It's number 5.
I don't care if you black, white, Latino, Asian, none of that. If we got a camaraderie, I'm down. And when you say something to me, I'm gonna take it as correction because I know you got my better. You want the best for me. Now, Mr. Richard King explained to me how some other people, other hosts or whatever, come to him. They talk to him because they feel and they know that he's a bridge to me. Then I'm a bridge from my blacks and from the hoods back over to him. So we had a conversation when he brought it up to me about Miss Deborah Reese. Some people looks at the media magnifies blacks to be so criminal. We so vicious.
Yeah.
We're so this and that.
Yeah.
And
like no other.
Goose, you better bring it, Goose. Goose said my next day was gonna piss some people. You better bring it.
Bring it, Goose. But you know what?
Makes it seem like guess what? The blacks make 13.5% of this population. The whites make 70.7% of the population. The media takes away from the attention and makes it always seem like, oh, blacks is this and blacks is that, and we got some news for that. Because if Richard King felt that way, Roy Anthony wouldn't be a representative on this platform right now.
Let me tell you something.
Speak on that.
Roy, let me tell you this. Listen, this is it's comedy, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, Typhoon.
But check it out. If it's gonna sound real racist too, but if a gorilla and monkey recognize their own consciousness, we in trouble, right? We in trouble because that gorilla is stronger than you, right?
Man, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker with a 9. That's my third.
Hey, listen to what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying, and that's number 6 or number 5.
I ain't about to compete with no
on your cuss word. Exactly. Listen to what you just said. Just that quick. I'm not about to compete with a gorilla. Now, just saying, with blacks. We always look at black versus white. We really don't count the other races. Let's be honest. But at the same time, if 70% of the population is white, right?
Yes.
If the gorilla being the blacks,
13.5.
If they
influencing these people, you're right.
If we recognize our own consciousness, that shifts is the balance of power.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Okay, now look here.
Because that's why I have to, I think just as, it's not to say that every white man is racist or everybody,
here, bro.
But I'm just saying as a whole, you say, look, guess what? If I keep everybody's foot on the gorilla's neck, he has no chance to rise up and shift that balance of power.
Yeah. Now, Typhoon, I want to read. I'm about to read this with all three of us. I'm about to read this from our comments. This is from Goose. Goose said, hold up before we bring Carrie. Carrie, hold up for a second. Racism, hold up. Well, I'm going to do Goose first. Racism is a farce. There's only one race, the human race. There are different intensities. Remember, I'm part Cherokee. You want to end systematic racism? Outlaw the media and abolish the political parties. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. Goose, Goose, that's what I'm saying.
That sounds great in theory, but we realize that there is systematic racism.
I mean, guess what, Tapu? But a lot of you got to have someone to conclude. You got to think about it. Now I'm not, we just conversate. I'm getting to you, Kerry Wilcox.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I was just asking 30 by 30 earlier. What is America going to? Yes, I say that all the time. I'm so with Goose. Get rid of the political party and outlaw the media. Now, Kerry's so determined to put what she said. Okay, wait a minute. She said, stop watching the news and make your own opinions on individuals. Irritates the crap out of me that it's got to be black. That's the media. Look here.
Well, hold on. No. Let me express this though, Roy. A lot of people that say it's not racism hasn't experienced it. Yeah. So it's one thing. That's the difference. That's the difference.
Well, see, that's what you going into the news. You got to stay off of that. That's why I told you back up. You ain't took no. Wait, we got to go into the news. I'm totally agreeing with you. But slow it down because this is a deep conversation.
Very, very deep.
Rednecks and blacks do get along. Mike Negri said black.
They're the same.
We do get along.
Gorilla
the
tape
point
and
is that, okay, Jeff Foxworthy. I love Jeff Foxworthy. I got guys.
That's not what he said.
Redneck and Goose, Tafu, you've been out to LA with me. I deal with every race.
That's not what
I got to show that on my brothers. What I'm saying is, Goose and Redneck have experienced it. Now they are the bridge to where the whites, where they can be around whites that we cannot be. Now let me explain this to you. What I'm saying.
Okay.
This is what this show's about.
Yeah, go ahead and explain that. I want to hear this.
Richie Rich assessed me for me. Sometimes I throw slang at him and everything. Richie is himself when he talking to me. He shares with me, and then he tells me sometimes what the others think sometimes about blacks. That's why we have to have a conversation.
Go on.
See, if we don't want to work with the media, listen to the media, this is what this platform is about. One, I don't give a rat's ass about the political part of the military and the history and the Red Wings. What I thank God for is that there was individuals that bonded up to give a freedom so I can be able to have a platform like this. Some of these guys knows people who died over there, and then you come back and you hear all of this. Not one time have you ever heard a black say, them damn rednecks. We ain't never said that. We say the racist ones because I tell people that some of my brothers are white. And it's obvious because if all whites was about slavery, then we sure would have.
But see, Roy, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's an overall. I mean, I have Irish in my blood, everything else. I have white family blood white family members, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, I'm saying as a whole, America never will be able to get over anything if they denounce ever have been. We need to say, if you stand up and say, hey, yeah, we a racist country. We've done X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? That's how you heal. You can't like when they took down the statues.
I want my wait a minute, Tafu. I want my white Latinos, Asians, because it's blacks talking. I want y'all to understand this. Please understand this. We are not talking about where we control the country and all this. We want to be equal with y'all. You put the Beaver, Gilligan's Island.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. You want to be equal with who? Because there's certain people that you want to be equal with are not worthy to be equal for them. You see what I'm saying? Who? I mean, you want to be equal with me? I mean, I live just like you do. I live out of my pocket. You know, I love my wife. I love my kids. Hold on, but the government the government, if you want to live like these politicians, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck these lawyers. These guys that walk around with their nose in the air to everybody. Only time they want to talk to you is they make money off you. They don't care about you. If they don't sit down at your table and break bread or drink from your jug, then they ain't worth being around, brother. That's the way it works. I share my alcohol with any of you, bro. Any of you guys right there. You share it with me.
What I'm saying,
but what I'm saying,
redneck,
you can't be like them.
You got friends,
right?
And you remember we was talking Saturday morning,
right?
And okay, wait a minute. Before I go there, Carrie just said a statement. I'm gonna show what her statement says. She said, "You have every opportunity I do as a white person, probably more." Actually, no, Carrie, this is what they're telling you. See, you know what gets me? Hold up, I want to say this. You don't believe in the media when it's going against something you believe in your agenda. But you want to believe the media when it's talking about how blacks are acting. And that's burning the candle on both ends of the stick.
Yeah.
If you believe in the media, you say don't believe in the media because they pro woo woo woo. But you want to believe in the media and say, well,
I don't,
because when we try to do it like y'all, that's what we're talking about, Carrie. When we trying to do it like y'all, they stop us for no reason.
For instance, you know, I know, you know, Roy and Goose and well, hey, Carrie, you said what opportunity?
Wait, she just said this. Because she doesn't know now. Wait a minute,
okay, Carrie. Well, I was just going to address Carrie like this, Carrie. Yeah. Until you are literally actually told, what are you doing here? You don't belong here. You know what I'm saying? Until you are, you know what I'm saying? This is a restaurant. I just came in here to eat like everybody else. Oh, until you really experience true racism, you won't understand the opportunities that you don't that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, yeah, you can make money in America. You can do XYZ in America, different things like that. But there are certain hoops as black people that we go through that you will never have to jump through.
Let me tell you,
never have to jump through them.
Hey, Karen, I got a job as a carpenter with a carpentry crew in Overland Park, Kansas. This is the truth. So to be a carpenter, you got to have your own tools. I have my own, you know, my own tool bag, power tool and everything. So I parked my 83 old Pontiac because I'm working as carpentry crew because I don't have money and I don't want to sell drugs or anything, Carrie. So I've got a job. So I'm parking where, you know how they build houses in these site developments. I park my car, I'm pulling tools out. 3 hours into my job, I'm on the ladder, nailing in the side on some side panel. When all of a sudden my crew chief and 2 police officers are walking up to my ladder. I said, whoa, what's going on? You know what they asked me for while I was working for my license? I said, what that? They said, well, we had a neighbor that said they saw a black person pulling out tools. Because I'm always only black. I'm only black business, civil design and everything. And wait a minute, I'm gonna get with you, Carrie, because you're right, that's a female, but right now we're just talking about as a black. That's a male or a female. The police, I had to give them my license while I'm at work, nailing on some side. Now I used to frame homes, you know. The mother said I had a $50 traffic warrant. I said, okay, I'll take care of that to work. They said, no, we got to take you down right now. So I'm arrested for a $50 traffic warrant while I'm at work because a neighbor said they saw a black man coming out with some tools and they see a cross. Now you say, what's the lamentations? Now, as a female, this is what Carrie said. She said, you don't think I've been
There you are.
Yeah, because I
there
see
you are,
something
right
that
there,
Google
Carrie.
put up where some guys, some bitch ass guys was making up a date to actually attack women. Real men don't think like that.
Roy, that's it right there. The way you are discriminated as a female, that's how it is as a color.
And she said, then that neighbor was an asshole.
So, Carrie,
yes, that neighbor was an asshole, but guess what? I still had to eat lunch in the jail while I'm eating peas and everything.
Hold on.
They're assholes.
Hold on.
Address this though.
In the
Carrie, like Carrie just said, Carrie, you said, I've had this as a female, this. Imagine being black going through that. I can say as a man, be like, well, what opportunities you're being kept from, Carrie? You had the same opportunities as me. You're gonna say you are a man, and you don't realize we are still fighting for what? We're fighting for equal pay for females. We are fighting for X, Y, and Z.
Which is already law.
You know what I'm saying? So I can look at it now and say, look, it's females in the NFL. What are you bitching about? What are you upset about? You got opportunities as a female.
Wait a minute though. We shouldn't be an attack where, and I want Carrie to understand, it's not a confrontation.
I just wanted to understand.
Yeah, but I'm just saying is,
I'm sorry,
we're putting the metal to the meat on it. You know what I'm saying? Says I don't want nobody to experience that when I come out of my, I used to live where when I came out my door every day, look here. I don't know if the Latinos got something about the blacks. Blacks is banging on blacks. Police is trying to kill blacks. I
try to kill rednecks too.
My door. And before we go into our news, I want to break the monotony a little bit. I'm about to add this. It's a common show.
Never seen a horse before in my life. From the ghetto. And then she arranged for us to go horseback riding. But I committed, fellas, you know how we commit, like playing basketball, you going for a layup, you know your shot's about to get blocked, but you committed. I knew it was messed up because we was headed out to the Foothill Ranch, and she stopped at Jack in the Box to get a breakfast burrito. Well, eggs and tomato paste don't go well with me. She's like, how you like your burrito? I said, oh, it's good. So we get out of here to the Foothill Ranches. They bring out her horse. He was all elegant and nice. They bring my horse out. He was like Donkey from Shrek. I was like, yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, I know you're not going to ride that, Roy. No, take this back. Bring me back a horse. They must have gave him a potion because they brought him out of thoroughbreds, you know. He was flexing his muscles and he was intimidating me. And I've dealt with ferocious animals, don't get me wrong. I've dealt with pit bulls and rottweilers. I tell them to sit, they sit. But this horse was scaring me, boy. I was more nervous than a gay man in church. Because you don't look at a horse in both his eyes. You look at that horse from that one side and it's just that cyclops of feeling, you know. I see my whole body in that one eye. So my day jumped on her horse all nicely. It took me 15 minutes to get up on my horse. Because I had my foot on the stirrup, but he kept backing up like he was laughing at me with that eye. So the cowhand secretly put me on. I was like, all right. So we went moseling on, you know. Moseling is a cowboy term. That means going on about your business. So I'm moseling on, you know. I start wondering is how do cowboys ride horses across the United States? Because I hadn't gone 200 yards before my ass got sores on the rear. I mean, my rear was raw. So I started leaning over my horse like I was riding sea biscuits. You know? It's a beautiful day. But I shouldn't have did that. Because the saddle has this thing that sticks up in the front. It was pressed up against my stomach. And with that jogging along and that Jack in the Box, I felt like I had to pass gas. But I sparted. You ever spart? That's just some embarrassing stuff right there, man. Because that's when you think you letting out some air, but you feel some liquefizations. Your grippers will act like emergency brakes, man. My grippers were like, you be insecure the rest of the day, don't you? Because you be checking it. You be letting it out a little bit at a time. Because if you feel any wetness, you be like, oh, I'm sick. I ain't feeling good. I must got a fever. I shouldn't be doing this. This ain't normal. All of a sudden, my date and the horse took off running real fast. My horse took suit. I was like, wait a minute, I didn't say giddy up or none of that. So my grippers was already on overload. And with all this going real fast, I'm screaming, hold up! So she started saying, what's wrong? I said, I gotta use it. Now believe me, I'm not gonna tell her what I gotta do. It was a good thing I had a couple of them Jack in the Box napkins in my pocket. So I'm gonna get off my horse the same way I got on. So I'm swinging my leg around, and the horse must have turned around and smelled some spark. Man, that joke went crazy. He prayed up, took off running. I'm like, oh! And I lost a whole lot of rain. He dragged me like 200 yards over rocks and sticks, like a cowboy movie. My foot finally came out. I was just laying there, and my date run over. She said, Roy, are you all right? That's when I got truthful with her. I was like, hell no, I'm not all right. I done snatched a hole in my afro. My back is cut up. I got diarrhea all on me. And I don't ride horses. If it takes a ride a horse to be with you, then I'm gonna be a lonely ghetto individual.
Hey man, I just want to throw up the monotony right quick. I don't know what happened to Tafu. I don't know where he's at.
Come back, Tafu.
Okay, there he is. He's coming back in. He was on the phone. Yes, sir. Hey man, your hand is all on. Okay. Rich King, you still there? Because your face been stuck the same way.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay, before I'm going real quick. I know it's 11:11. I didn't mean to go over. The conversation was so deep. I wanted to go into Alana Barbie was in. She came in for a quick second. I want to go into my celebs before we go any farther. Y'all know this part of the show. This is where I take now. This is celebrities that are not celebrity matchups. And this is presented by Poppin' Barbie. Where's my Poppin' Barbie popcorn bag at?
You ate it.
There it is. I try to keep this bag. Alana Barbie, she's in the house.
You try to keep it full?
Yeah, it looks like he trying to keep it full.
What's up, Alana Barbie? This is Poppin' Barbie. What's up with you?
Hey, Roy Anthony. How you guys doing?
Hi, Poppin' Barbie.
Hey.
Yeah. This is the CEO that's on for you go to poppinbarbie.com. Tell them, Lonnie.
That's right.
Mark.
So
Got me holding this popcorn bag.
how you guys doing? So first, let me start off by saying I've been listening to you guys, and your conversation is really deep. I really enjoyed listening. I was trying to get in little words. By the time I got finished typing it in, you already passed what I said, so it didn't even matter.
Hey, where you coming from anyway?
Oh, right now I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. So
Shouts out to my family out in Nashville. I got family out there.
Okay, now, since you're gone, Lonnie, since we're on Lonnie, poppingbarbie.com. Please go to it. Let me tell you something. Every single flavor, I'm telling you. And if you want even liquor or an adult, you know, with the little bit of stuff and stuff, you know, she's it's going to be delivered promptly.
Yes, it's either shipped or delivered. It's either shipped or delivered. We were using the post office, but it wasn't getting to people in time. So now we use UPS or FedEx.
Get it up. Poppingbarbie.com. Popcorn. Now, since you're on, you might as well come on. You want to come with the celebrity challenge since your poppingbarbie.com represents this episode?
Sure.
Okay, now, this is what we call the celebrity. This is called the celebrity not couples, and they're not expecting celebrity offspring. Now, what it is me being as genius as I am, have taken different celebrities and matched them not with their basic mate that everybody knows, but with somebody else, and then their offspring is a celebrity. Y'all with me?
Yes, we're with you.
Okay. My first couple one.
No, Lord, no.
Senator Lindsey Graham.
Oh, Lord.
Senator of South Carolina.
He gets some.
Hey, man, look, I love my man said when after the insurrection, he said, okay, y'all, the jib is up.
So far I can go with this shit.
All right, so
I'm out.
Look, I'm out. Okay, I passed him and I put him together with Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now, wait a minute. We know good Whoopi. Whoopi is on Color Purple. Everything you do.
I love Whoopi Goldberg. She is
okay, now you got Senator Lindsey Graham.
Are you gonna make that kid Little Pump?
You got to wait. Who you think their child's gonna be?
Little Pump.
Their child will be
Little Pump.
Offspring.
Lil Wayne.
The offspring is
Lil
gonna
Wayne.
be Vin Diesel. Hey, I love him in that part when he's on the Chronicles of Riddick, and he's running. They running through the valley before the sun come up. He said, "You better get your ass a moving."
Oh yeah, you talking? Yeah.
Okay. We going our second couple. Couple two.
Go ahead.
Paul George. I had to be Paul George. Everybody knows that I'm a Clipper fan.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
They put a whooping on Dallas for Game 4 in Dallas. Now it comes back. So anyway, I said, what if we put Paul George?
Playoff P.
Put him with Ronda Rousey.
Oh Lord, no.
Oh man.
Oh, wait a minute. Her aggressiveness, UFC fighter, WWE wrestler.
And her losing. So
hey, it don't make a difference if you lose that on the platform to be able to lose.
She can still knock somebody the hell out, okay?
You feel me?
Somebody.
You put them together. Who you think their offspring will be?
Hold on, give it a second. I think
Kim Kardashian.
Who y'all think is gonna be?
Carrot Top.
No.
Yeah. I agree. Carrot Top.
That's what Redneck Pimp said. Carrot Top. Their offspring will be J. Cole. I just put something in my cup. I just needed something I can feel.
No,
you can see that, man.
Listen,
think the
see
weekend would
God.
have been a
I
better one.
can't see
All
none
right,
of
wait a
it.
minute. This is
You're
our last
confusing me.
couple 3. Redneck Pimp.
Uh-oh.
Now this is my man Larry the Cable Guy. Get her done.
Get her done.
Love Carrie. I was watching this movie
Get her
last night,
done.
man. That's
It's
Food
simple and
Inspector.
effective. Get her done.
Man, he be having him and Jeff Foxworthy, and there's another comedian. Oh man, I love their comedy, right? So I said, what if you put Larry the Cable Guy and put him with, this is gonna trip y'all out right here, Megan Thee Stallion.
What a lucky guy.
You know who that kid would be?
Who?
Chaz Bono.
Rich.
Chaz Bono.
Hey, Larry the Cable Guy. Hey, you put them together, man. I think they'd be a nice couple. You know what I'm saying? Larry the Cable Guy with Megan Thee Stallion. Who you think that baby gonna be, Redneck?
Rich.
Who? Huh?
Rich. He'd be very wealthy, is what he's going to be. Wealthy.
Wealthy. Hey, guess who that? Yeah, he right about that. Guess who that baby gonna be?
Yeah, okay, I have no idea.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
Brooks.
No.
Why would you do that to that man?
Hey, my
Oh,
man.
hell no.
I was close. I was the closest.
Huh?
I was the closest. I said Chaz Bono. Now shave his face.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nope,
man.
not good enough.
Typhoon won.
Hey, Garth Brooks, baby.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this the first time I ever seen him without his
Man.
when he was singing the national anthem.
I'm looking for, you know what? I'm looking for his baseball card, man.
Okay. Oh man, we got somebody in the house. We always mention his name in the theme song. He just purchased a house in Long Beach. Big Hank is in the house, man. I gotta bring him in, man. Man, what's up with you, man? This is my co-host, official co-host.
Yes, sir.
Am I
Yes,
correct,
sir.
Big Hank? When y'all hear the theme song, it's the Roy Yancey Show with the guest host, Big Hank.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's
sir.
up with you, bro?
Man, just trying to get in. This StreamYard shit is hard to get into, man. They block your shit and do all kind of other shit with this just to get in on StreamYard. The fuck?
Hey, man, that's because Sony got his own watch, man. I'm on that whole entertainment. Hey,
He came in the dome. What the?
hey, what's up with you, bro? Man, tell them a testimony of who you are, man, and we're going to go from there, y'all.
Man, Hank Norman, man, I used to be one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever touched a football field. You dig what I'm saying? I went, got me a scholarship, went to USC. I broke all the records at USC, man, and I would have broke all the records in the pros, except I fucked it all off. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, look.
That's real.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Hank, shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
you, because one of the homies that was out there, Covell, with the dreads, telling you about his brother, about playing ball, and
Yeah.
he used your story so he can, you know what I'm saying? And
That
you
part.
was right,
Yes, sir.
brother.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, sir. That's a beautiful
now
thing.
he's on to a better college and different things like that. So when you come on and tell people, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, I broke all these records. I'm the baddest mofo you never heard of.
Hey, I went from catching touchdowns. I went from catching touchdowns and going to the pros to catching dope cases and pimping hoes. So I know.
That's catching 100. Hey, Big Hank, where you coming from, bro? What city you coming from?
I'm coming out of Long Beach, California, man. Long Beach,
Man, this
California.
is amazing, big homie. Look, we got Richie Rich. His video ain't playing. We can hear him. He's on the house. He's in the house. He's in Cameron, Missouri. Typhoon is in Kansas City, Missouri. Alonda Barbie's in Nashville, Tennessee. And you in Long Beach, and I'm here in Kansas City, about to either go to Chicago next week and before I come back to the home.
Hey, Roy and Big Hank, why don't y'all tell the people Long Beach where everybody wear red, baby? They wear nothing but Chiefs gear out of Long Beach.
No,
Don't get fucked up. Don't get fucked up.
Don't get fucked
I
up.
don't know what he's talking about, Big Hank.
Todd, let me bring my gun shoot over there with Ty.
Okay,
Get that nigga, man.
He
Let me
already
get that
know.
nigga, man. Let me shoot that nigga right.
He gave Big Skinny.
Nothing but blue. The blue city, baby. The blue city. Nothing but blue.
Big Skinny, a Kansas City Chiefs hat, even though it was in blue.
City.
You went
Number 15, baby. Number 15, Rock.
The whole time.
Hey, you know we got Raiders and Chiefs fans in the house. Lonnie don't watch sports.
Why is the blue line go to Long Beach?
I don't watch basketball. I watch football.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hey, now since everybody's on, we're gonna have a conversation about the news, y'all. Everybody on this news, we got something to say. Now, if you've been listening, Big Hank in Long Beach, Alonda Barbie in Memphis, Tennessee, Tofu Panda in Kansas City, Missouri. Richard King is in Cameron, Missouri. This is the start of Roy Anthony's news. It's called Roy's News My Way. Now, because I don't follow a transcript like CNN and everything. Now, usually in my news, I have 3 subjects. Yeah. But this is just a forgiveness part. Miss Deborah Reese was brutally murdered 26 years ago. Her suspected perpetrator was on death row for 22 years, and he was executed 4 years ago, to where their DNA found out that he was not the person.
Damn.
Now, we brought this news in last Tuesday, which was May the 25th, and Big Hank and Lonnie, Miss Barbie and Tofu, Richard King, it was brought to my attention that the family, which I knew I would be hurting again when they found out that the person who died
wasn't on.
And what gets me is that the family did not want the person, even if that guy was guilty, to be executed in the first place. It was taken out of their hands. But I painted the people as they was racist, as far as that they were just glad that a black person was going to die for it, and they was nothing like that. This is Deborah, known as Debbie Reese. She was born in 1966. She was 26 years old when she got murdered, and she was bludgeoned. I want to show a picture. This was the only, we dug up, and this was the only type of picture that I could get, which was her actual obituary and where she's found out. If anybody's in the area, please drop a flower. Please plant a flower by Deborah Reese's gravesite. Now, I'm gonna bring to everybody's attention. I'm not looking at her as she's white, black, or anything. I'm looking at her being a victim, and she was a sweet person. As I read some of the things about her, she did not. Nobody deserves to die in such a cruel way. Redneck knows the family. Redneck, you want to expound a little bit more, please? Is Redneck still there? Is Redneck off? Okay.
I'm not sure. Hey,
He must be off.
you
I'm gonna remove him off until I find out what's going on.
you know, with this family, man, you know what? It's been 3 years, you know, going on 3 years with my son and everything else. And it's like, with that, I don't have a face. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? So it still hurts. So now this family, the Reese family, you know what I'm saying, got to go through this all over again. You know what I'm saying? It's dope that I think it's dope that they prayed that they didn't even want the death penalty in the case.
Yeah, but I felt bad.
Now they back to square one.
I felt bad because I painted them. They didn't have to say anything for me coming from Arkansas. But when it was brought to my attention, it's because I was painting them as because my emotions was based upon here's another innocent black. Yeah. But when we listen to the media, and I'm not a media, I'm a podcast with different ones that's speaking for the general public. Let me tell you something, man. I got this podcast because I'm a wise guy.
You're blessed.
I'm blessed.
You know what?
Dr. Williams from St. Luke's Holy Baptist Church in Long Beach said that a wise man has something to say. Mm-hmm. A foolish man just want to say something.
Say something. Yes, sir. Yes,
now,
sir.
It's stuck in my heart. It's bronze in my heart. God hears me. I don't care if I have. Somebody kept telling me, "Oh man, you can give me so much, and you can have so many viewers." Man, let it be natural. Now, I want their family to forgive me because I just made her like she was an afterthought, and that the family, and they was nothing like that. They didn't even want the black dot to get murdered, to be executed, and it went beyond their hands. This is why we're going into this next news.
There, my man go. Hold on 1 second. You go. You know, Redneck know the folks.
We got you in, Redneck. We see you. Your volume on?
Yeah. Are you there?
Y'all can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, my sister from Arkansas. I got some family in Arkansas, and they said that the family was approached by the judge not to say anything. They didn't want this guy to give evidence. They didn't want him found, right? But the judges are corrupt, and the prosecuting attorney believe they had their man because of eyewitness testimony. They didn't want to admit that they were wrong, even though the DNA said this wasn't the guy. Wasn't even close. This guy couldn't even be him. It wasn't even that close, right?
But Redneck,
but because the judges didn't want to admit that they made a mistake, now we lost an innocent life.
But we
heard people tell the truth.
But
admit when they made a mistake. What's it going to cost?
Redneck, not to cut you off, but we read the prosecutor's comments that said that even if he didn't do it,
go ahead.
With his past,
we didn't want him to die.
With his past, they was making it seem like it felt like that movie with Tom Cruise called Minority Report, when they know you're about to do a crime, and so we're gonna take care of you before you do it. Now, I want that part of the news was about that apology, but there's reasons why we think like that, and we want to tell Deborah Reese's family, I want to tell them I apologize, because when you're in my position, in Big Hank's position, in Typhoon's position, even Alonda Barbie positions, we want to feel like we can come out and see if you do wrong, you know there's a penalty. Like Beretta said while he's in prison, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time. When you ain't trying to do you ain't doing no crime, and you're trying to get by and trying to do what you can, they put more obstacles in front of you. So this part of the news Everything goes through
Right.
flow together. Just bear with me, y'all. Redneck, you speak, everybody speak. I call this wild. America didn't tell you about Tulsa, Oklahoma. They didn't. Okay. Let me bring this up. You see this? That looks so pretty. Do you know this is a black neighborhood? 1921. This is Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's nice. It's like Leave It to Beaver type stuff in black and white and stuff. Eddie Haskell coming over here and give me a hard time.
That's 21.
1921, got cars, streets is clean and everything.
Black folks?
This is a history lesson in America.
Is them black folks?
1921.
Was that the white man?
Okay, now let me explain to y'all why the Tulsa Massacre. This is just one major city because this is where the Black Wall Street was basically based, but it was it represented thousands of other counties. Like there's a county that survives to this day called Nicodemus, Kansas. It's black ran. I tell any black on this platform who is paying attention, you have never lived in a white neighborhood. I mean, in a black neighborhood. You have lived in white neighborhoods occupied by more blacks. Because when the police come, the judicial system that you face, the medical that you get, the curriculum that you get taught in school is all based upon the whites.
Yeah.
The voting that y'all fighting about, talking about this and that, all I see as a black man is a whole bunch of white folks over there. Now, wait a minute. This is what the city looked like when they make you think that we're animals.
You know what they say?
This is what the city looked like. Now, wait a minute. I'm going to now. Black Wall Street was shattered 100 years ago. How the Tulsa Race Massacre was covered up and unearthed. They kept it silent. You know why? We're too busy trying to find Nazi criminals from 1911 and wherever that was. Bringing them attention. I like what my man said. Malik Abdul shaking my head. When are we going to stop forgiving acts of violence and psychological mind attacks? That's what we're saying, bro. Look here. Let me continue with this, y'all.
This is a forget, not a forgive.
This is what it looked like. The same street. This is Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. Now, this devastation was started. Now, what they say, let me tell you what they say. It's built up contempt because of the fact that of jealousy. The black community is doing better than what their community. Now, I want to bring this up to all people from the South. The mercantile with the cotton and all that, you did not do it yourself. You needed blacks to do it because we can hang more in the sun. You on the porch, taking your hat, waving at you, talking about the boy get to work. You're lazy.
They said, run, nigga, run.
You're lazy to the point that when the Civil War came and you got to do it yourself, it goes downhill.
Run, nigga.
No.
That's what they
I'm
said.
just being honest.
Burn it down. Run,
Now,
nigga, run.
what happens is we're seeing where in 1921, this is the 20th century. This is the United States. A lot of my white fans in our view don't know about this. This is why it was important to know this is happening. This is covered up. They took planes that usually fly across the crops to drop fertilizer. But this time they're dropping grenades and firebombs from their crop planes. This is an actual picture. Now, I want people to say, no, I'm not saying that blacks should run, you should be. I'm telling you to stop listening to the media about us and get with Big Hank, myself, Tafu, Redneck. Listen to what we talk about in our raps, in our comedy and everything, and you'll see what the way we think it. We're expressing ourselves because we believe in this democracy too. Now, Look at these are black folks. Because all right, Typhoon is a witness. Me and Typhoon had a performance in Tulsa, Oklahoma at the Civic Center in the heart of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Am I correct, Typhoon?
Yes,
We
right.
did not know. Well, I did not know. I can't speak for Typhoon. I did not know the history.
Oh,
They
yeah.
had all these pictures on the walls of the Civic Center there in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and about how they would put them in concentration camps. Y'all don't understand this. My white fans, you don't understand this. This is a conversation. It's not a confrontation. It's history. They separated the families. They took all the black men. You see them walking with their hands up and put them in the convention center. There's about 1,000 of them in there for days. Don't know where to. Got no pocket to take about them because guess who's in control now? No, because it's not. I want to say this because when our white fans and stuff got a picture where me and Redneck Pimp was talking Saturday, and he said that a lot of his friends, like blacks, are so we're so violent and we're so criminal and whoop whoop. When you see everybody else eating and you hungry, and you throw out a piece of meat around a bunch of savage dogs that are hungry, what do you expect?
What's happening?
We hungry. On your media, you show Leave It to Beaver, Gilligan's Islands, Beverly Hillbillies, all that stuff.
You throw it out there, what you expect?
We come in our neighborhoods. We got Chinese people get a crime bill with all the liquor stores in our neighborhoods, all the nail shops in the hair and stuff like that, and they get our money and don't do nothing. You got the Eastern Indians over 7-Elevens, gasoline stations. I'm trying to figure out how do they get these licenses when I go in there and they treat me like an Arab, because if anybody know about the Emerald States, that Iraq, Iran, and all that look at Arabs as saying niggas. I'm sorry, that's what it looks as. I'm gonna use that word because that's what it was terminized to me, to some actual ones. Why wouldn't we be in an equalness with even our white Americans if we fought in every single war since the Revolutionary War, and now all of a sudden you treat everybody better than myself? And then I have facts. So this segment of the news says if not Jim Crow, then why are you suppressing votes? Then if people's coming out to use their United States rights and the Republicans lose, why is it against the law now to give someone water standing in the line to use their democratic rights? Someone please take over this, man. Redneck, where you at, man? Is he on?
Hey, I just want to say something, man. That Tulsa, Oklahoma thing, man, got covered up because white people was in the wrong. That's the only way it got covered up, because we couldn't have covered it up if it happened to us.
You can't say you're saying some of the whites, but not all the whites, because a lot of whites didn't know.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing. Even in Tulsa, I was going down there on their 420 show, and me and some other comedians, all black, shout out Kevin Rowe, Luis Powell, Sam Martin. We was at the it was when Prince died. The day Prince died, we was in the Tulsa airport, and we were singing When Doves Cry. We sitting in the lobby singing When Doves Cry.
Yeah.
Every police officer in that place was called to us.
Yeah.
They was called to us and said, "Are you guys okay? Is there a problem?" We sitting down. We sit down. We
You
sit
want to
down
make it hard to
When
vote.
Doves Cry.
Hey, well, let me ask y'all a question, both of y'all. Redneck came off a little bit. It'd be popular. Why are you changing up the laws? Because to me, with me being a free American, and I want to wait a minute. Somebody just made a statement. I want to show this right quick, y'all. My man said, check out my apparel. Oh, this dude trying to sell something. Man, this is. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. He didn't say that. Let me check this out. Let me read this right. He says, check out my apparel.
He got a bunch of history.
We have Black Wall Street shirt with graphic logo and a paragraph educating each consumer on the topic or subject of the Black Wall Street and much, much more. Willie Lynch, Four Little Girls, Dred Scott's Decision, Tuskegee Experiment, and 3 to 5 of a human race. Hold up, y'all. Brothers, all the blacks is coming in. Hey, look here.
The Dred Scott.
And I want my white audience to know, because everybody on here tell you, we love y'all. It's not in separation. I never tell somebody I got white friends.
You do?
I got friends. I got brothers. Whites, blacks, Latinos, Asians.
Are you there?
I like some people.
Are you there?
Some people don't like me.
Some people don't like you?
You there?
Yeah, we can hear you, redneck. You keep freezing.
Yeah, I know it. I know it.
Let me explain something to y'all. You see this part right here? They're changing all the laws, but they got mad when the All-Star basketball, NBA basketball game. This is the part that gets me. You want something from us, but you don't want to respect us for it. If you come in my house and you disrespect my house,
that's deep.
You can't get mad at me for retaliating you, putting you out my motherfucking house.
You get mad if you want to.
Now, blacks has accepted wait a minute, check this out. Blacks has accepted the democracy. Hold up. Democracy is how we live.
Supposedly.
This is all of us in different states. I got Long Beach. We've had Memphis, Tennessee. We got Cameron in. We've had different. I got people just came in from San Diego. Brandon Peters in. They listen. They probably. Let me explain something. Trevor Noah don't speak for me. Dave Chappelle doesn't speak for me.
Who does?
The brother who goes in and shoot at somebody does not speak for me.
Who does?
I speak for myself.
What about the brother that go in and stab somebody?
Even that person, I'm just saying is.
But listen.
I'm looking at this voting situation. They took the voting, they changed it up because, for one, President Trump, former President Trump said that the voting was taken away.
Yeah, the motherfucker they wanted to win, didn't win. That's why they changing the way that we vote.
Well, wait a minute. Richie King said something that was right. He said, don't look at the president. He tell you to vote for your governors. Yeah. How many of y'all vote for your governors and the mayors who are doing that? Because
that's what I was gonna tell you. See, Roy, a lot of people, you got to think as a whole. Americans are sheeple. It's more people sleep than awake. If you a sheep herder, you ain't gonna need but probably about 1 or 2 bullets because it ain't gonna be that many sheep to lead a herd. You feel me?
Yeah, so, but bro, let me explain this.
So hold on, let me tell you that. The thing is,
you about, tell me. Let me tell you.
Hold on, you're back on the voting thing. The thing is, listen, it's. Remember what LBJ said a long time ago. That's the president, Lyndon B. Johnson. If you create welfare and this, that, and the other, blacks will be voting for the next 4 or 5 years or next 100, 200 years democratically. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is now it needs to be rehashed on their side of things. You know what I'm saying? And Redneck was right. Don't worry about the president. He ain't nothing but a face. He don't run a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, the powers that be say,
hey, wait a minute though. The president do run
them from being
run the military and the National Guard, because if the insurrection would have took over and they would have got rid of the ballots and shot Mike Pence and all this kill. look here. That makes the former President Trump still in command. And when we talk about, wait a minute, hey man, when you see we on the show, bro. Look here, man. We believe in democracy. We believe in discipline. Now, let's say, okay, this goes into this last news. NBA is singing, I'm about to whoop somebody's ass. You know why I said this is because
that's my theme song. Yeah.
Hey man, look here.
Yeah.
Okay, are you jealous because somebody's making more money? You ever heard somebody talking about like they got something? You talk to your coworker or something. I will never forget when the Lakers was talking about giving Shaquille O'Neal $100 million contract.
What the hell's going on with this fucking thing, man?
I heard some of my brothers, some of my black brothers say, man, how the hell you gonna give him $100 million playing some basketball? Well, what the hell, whoop the whoop. Well, what I brought to their attention is that look at the person who can give them $100 million playing basketball. But Bus got money to pay him, Kobe Bryant, and everybody else in that on that team.
Now. Well,
what we're worried about. So okay, so you got a fan. You got fans that sit to the side. You got some people look at it as just like we saying, God damn it, oh black making all these millions playing basketball, all their wives white, and then they have the nerve to change up on their word, and like Kyrie Irving supposed to did with Boston. Now Boston is not a racist city. I let everybody know it's not a racist city, especially the Boston Celtics.
Not true.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Because if you're a racist, you're not going to have a lot of black players.
That's not true.
They don't.
That's not true.
Wait a minute. They was the first team in the league that let a black man coach and play at the same time.
But listen,
You ain't never heard Russell, bro.
First of all, hold on. Let me correct you, brother. Let me correct you on that.
I'm listening.
First of all, it's always been. Remember the Spike Lee movie, Do the Right Thing?
Yep.
And him and the white guy in the pizza shop, Arturo had the argument, and he said, "Guess what?" He said, "You call us niggas and this, that, and the other, blah blah blah, and you hate black people for the most part." I'm just paraphrasing, but Michael Jordan is your favorite basketball player, and he said, "You know what? He's a different type of black."
But wait a minute, Tafu.
So
Hold up, bro. I'm just asking you a question. Have any of y'all, before we speak upon Boston, because the way I see it, even in Long Beach, even in Kansas City, Missouri, even in anywhere you go, when I see the Arrowhead, which they were a Chiefs fan, I see a lot of white folks.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. Oh,
now,
listen,
wait a minute.
Are you right? But hold on. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me.
How can you say that Boston?
Hold on. But Roy, I'm about to correct you with facts from the lower level going up. My cousin, may rest in peace. My older cousin. He's 60-something years old when he passed away. But anyway, he used to take inner city kids out of Boston, gangs and stuff like that, and take them skiing up in Boston. First time he takes them up there, they said, "Where's your guy's ski instructor?" He says, "I'm the ski instructor." The guy said, "But you're a black dude. Y'all don't have another ski instructor around here?" And still question him on it. Did it 4 or 5 times.
I'm gonna ask you a question. How long ago was this? How long ago was this?
I've been there.
I'm talking about how long
this
ago was this?
This is in the 2000s.
Okay, yeah. I know. I'm just saying is, listen what I'm saying.
That's yesterday.
Listen what I'm saying.
Brother,
some of my white friends
be gone?
wait a minute. You and I and everybody on this was born in the 1900s. And it was really in the middle of the 1900s, because if you was born in the early 1900s, you'd be old in the motherfucker.
Facts.
So let's get that correct. All right. None of our white counterparts of our same generation were slave masters. Now, I'm not giving them I'm not saying I can't blame a person for somebody else's sins.
You're right.
Except that we want our white counterparts to take responsibility for their forefathers. Now, I'm gonna get to a point. I'm gonna get to something. If your grandfather and your father murdered somebody, does that make you a murderer?
No.
First of all, that's a different.
Wait a minute, hold up,
Typhoon.
Hold up, Typhoon. Go ahead. What was you saying, Big Hank?
No, I was just saying. I just said no. That don't make you no murderer, but you associated with them. You dig what I'm saying? And just like if somebody owns some slaves, that don't make you no slave owner, but you associated with them.
Wait a minute. Do we know anybody from, and Typhoon, I'm not cutting you off. Trust me, I'm just getting everybody.
No, go ahead.
We're not, okay. This is a special edition. We may go a little. I'm not trying to go too long over. But let me ask y'all a question. The Civil War was in 1867. How many people do we know from 1900 on up to the present?
You listen. You definitely right about that, bro. We don't know.
Wait a minute, Typhoon, you can't cheat on it. I asked you a question.
We don't.
How many people that you know from that?
I don't know one.
Okay, now. Okay, so now we look at Tulsa, Oklahoma. And Tulsa, Oklahoma was black folks that was promising, and they tried to blame that a man who worked the elevator was a woman that caused all that. No, that was built up hate. We know that.
Blackstreet Wall Street was.
Well, now when I see the NBA games, most of us watch the NBA games at home. Well, I know you in Kansas City, y'all don't have no NBA games, so y'all can't speak on this one except being Big Hank. You know what I'm saying? We got the Clippers.
You going to hell with gasoline draws.
I'm saying is, if you look at the games, who can afford those tickets?
We don't need it. We got the Super Bowl champs.
Everybody, listen.
Chief.
Listen. You said what again?
Listen, who can afford NBA tickets? Everybody.
No, bro. No, bro. You're not hearing me. When you look on your TV, what is the audience looking more?
This white audience.
Okay. Now I'm just saying this. Call it for what it is. Because we all can't afford no season tickets, let alone one game.
That's not true.
No, bro. I'm just keeping 100. I'm not putting up the jacket.
No, that's not fair, Roy. That's not keeping it 100, because guess what? I know plenty of black season ticket holders. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't say that you getting it wrong. I didn't say there was none. I said when you look on the TV at the playoffs,
yep.
Who do you see in the audience, bro?
White people.
No, I don't care if you know 10 or 15 families. But they way up in the area when that camera pans.
There's more white people than anybody else. That's why.
I see white people.
Okay, but guess what? You spend your money.
Okay, bro. You spend your money. Question. I'm not talking about a financial point.
There's more white people.
I'm actually telling you, what do you see?
It's more white folks. You're right.
Okay, now there we go.
Who's on the court?
5 NBA venues have banned fans for disrespectful behavior through the playoff games.
Facts.
Now, all I'm saying is the players are black.
Right.
But the fans are white.
Right.
Now, you're looking at blacks making millions of dollars playing a game that we'll do for free on a good Saturday afternoon.
They're making billions.
Okay, bro. This Roy Anthony show. I told 30-30 to be open more, but he just like God. Okay, now look here.
Hey man, hey,
look at what I'm trying to say,
hey, Roy.
Typhoon.
Hey Roy.
Yes.
Hey Roy.
Yes.
Hey Roy.
I'm listening to you, Redneck. You keep saying it. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, you act like you're shocked. You act like you're surprised about that, man.
I'm
about the way white people act. I don't know. What are you shocked about? They've been doing this since the dawn of time. They did it to my people. They did it to my people a long time ago. The Trail of Tears. You know, they come over on boats and steal our land. I mean, that shit's been happening forever.
Yeah, but guess what?
What are we gonna do about it?
Redneck, it doesn't continue happening. It's not continue happening. Look, when you told me about the Trail of Tears,
that's not true.
Wait a minute, hold up. I felt that.
Right.
But I'm talking about when something is reoccurring. In 2021 and 1950s, 40s, 1890s, all that. When you think that we're done better, insanity is when we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, thinking that we're expecting a different result.
This is what I'm saying. That's why America as a whole, until you you cannot get over any type of bad behavior until you recognize that it's bad behavior. You know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
It just keeps up.
If either one of us go to an NBA game, we happy to be there. Am I correct?
Yeah. I've been to an NBA game
here. Everybody listening, if you ever go to an NBA game from amongst of us, are you happy to be there?
Yes.
Yep.
Which one of us feel comfortable to run out on the court to top the backboard and be tackled by the security?
You want to go to jail.
But remember, we're animals and uncontrolled and all that. But tell me, which one of us want to go out on the...
I got 10,000 views.
No, I'm asking.
I got 10,000 views.
We're not streaking at the soccer game.
I would.
You're right.
Wait a minute, Redneck, hold up, y'all. I can't hear it. Redneck, what did you just say?
Redneck said.
I said I'm going out on the court.
You know why you would run out?
Because you know he wouldn't be shot.
Because I ain't all. They're crazy as hell. That's why.
I bet you would.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Now, right here, I'm gonna tell you something. This one trouble. I can't finish this show because y'all talking to me, man. For real, both of y'all, bro. This is my cast on the side. Told him to be open and stuff. Let me explain something to y'all. This is Garnett. I mean, this is a fan. He's been arrested because he threw a bottle at Russell, Kyrie Irving. Look at his jersey. He got a.
He's an idiot.
Jersey.
Yeah, I don't think he was a racist.
Wait a minute, I don't think that neither. I never said that. I'm gonna tell y'all, everybody, yes, because he's a white guy being arrested. I felt that Kyrie Irving brought this on. You know why?
No.
Kyrie Irving first, before he comes there, Big Hank. Wait a minute, let me explain this, Big Hank. Because Kevin Garnett felt this way too. You asking for calm from the Boston fans. You know how they take their sports. You asking for calm and peace. Hoping ain't no racist stuff, right? You're asking for that. But when you get the chance and everybody's trying to be civil, this is you. You want to step on the logo, and he actually did, and he smeared his face. Now you're being disrespectful now.
No. That's sport. It's competitive.
No.
And listen,
no, bro, this don't have nothing to do with it. Okay,
Roy, that's the same thing as your kids playing Little League.
Oh
and one of the parents say something,
man.
And they're like, "Your kids that's just so for you to get as a fan, for you to start throwing stuff at me because
Wait a minute, man.
That's the same thing, dude.
Wait a minute.
Jerry Ball, whatever, blasted. I think it was Terrell Owens who put the ball in the middle of the Dallas Star?
Typhoon, that's where you always go. You always bring up a whole different type of story, and
It's
you brought up a different name.
It's the same thing.
What I'm saying is, look, bro.
How you bringing on this
Celtics? Listen, them Boston Celtics people take their sports seriously.
No more serious than anybody else.
Than anybody else. Now, wait a minute.
Everybody do.
Wait a minute.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Wait a minute. Kyrie Irving asked for peace.
That's right.
Right? He asked for race. He said, please, I hope it ain't no racist stuff.
He's an idiot.
Now, wait a minute. What he does, Big Hank, is that he stands at the logo now.
You know what you did.
Now, mind you, I'm a Raiders fan.
Sorry to
you
hear.
don't want the black hole to go off. I said, okay. Okay, now you go up there and you make a touchdown. You come on my logo and you want to take it like, fuck this logo.
No,
that's what he did, bro.
No, hold on, listen. I'm not. Hold on, Roy. Roy.
Typhoon. He did that.
But Roy,
listen, the video. He did that.
I'm about to give you. Hold on, I'm about to give you.
Let me show you something. You know who got mad at it? Okay, now the white guy who got arrested had on a Garnett jersey. He loved Garnett.
Yes.
They was cool with it until Kyrie. See, this is a still picture. Kyrie Irving stood on the logo.
Okay, but Roy,
wait a minute.
Why don't you answer this?
Wait a minute, bro. You are not taking it because you are a Chicago Bulls fan for once. If that was a Thai Food Panda, if this was a Thai Food Panda gymnasium, you done worked hard and everything to put your logo on there. You don't play for Boston or nothing, but that's your logo. And the dude who promised that I'm going to sign with your team again comes in. He just begged on national media to please, let's keep the racism down. But you come in and you smear this. This is why my man here got mad.
Because guess what, Roy?
Kevin Garnett, now wait a minute. Kevin Garnett won a championship, went to the 2 championships with the NBA with Boston. He left Minnesota and he came there and he fell in love with him.
Of course.
He got mad. He called Kyrie Irving out. Every time you look up, when Kyrie Irving supposed to be speaking for blacks, which he don't not speak for me, he seemed like he's privileged, bro, where his daddy got to keep speaking for him.
But hold on.
Kevin Garnett got mad. Hey, man, you came for peace, but you want to start a war.
But now, hold on, listen. Now you aiming at 2 different things. What he speak for or don't speak for, I don't give a shit about Kyrie Irving. But the thing is, though, that's sports. And what happened between them lines and what happened on the court and everything else.
Look at the Chiefs man speaking. Let a Chiefs man speaking.
Because guess what?
Stuff that I go through you, we talk about my Raiders. You will, boy.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta go.
About your Raiders. I have
gotta go, bro.
I went to the black hole. I had to break one of your Raider fans' arms.
Okay,
because
bro. We're going to pick this up on another show.
Man,
guess what? We got to go through the 4 questions because Now look here. Now this is where, and Typhoon, you got good points. You know, I'm sorry the hours go. We done went 2 hours. Now this is coming to the end, y'all. Now, Richard King, your screen is frozen, so you can't be part of this. And he was the only one who won because I gave him little kitty jokes. Now, Big Hank, you in. Typhoon's in.
I mean,
this is how it goes. I got 4 questions.
For $100?
Can't break a smile. No, this is for the general public. Y'all professional comedians. Both of y'all professional comedians. If you break a smile or anything, you automatically lose. Now, I can laugh. I will laugh.
And I might laugh.
And everybody else might laugh, but y'all got to keep it a solid face. So you got your face, Big Hank? You got your face, Big Hank? That's your face?
You see it, nigga. You see it?
Got his face. Typhoon, that's your face? You too. That's your face? Don't shrug your shoulders. That's your face? Because you smile. Okay, here we go. First question. Why does Santa Claus have such a big sack? Why does Santa Claus have such a big sack?
He got a lot of toys.
Miss Claus ain't draining them.
He only comes once a year.
I was right.
No, you can't speak on it. That'll take away the smile. You keep it straightened up. Second question, Tafu and Big Hank.
All righty.
What does a perverted frog say? What does a perverted frog say? Rub it. Rub it. They doing good so far. I thought Big Hank, I seemed like his jaws was getting a little deep. Here's the third question.
Rub it.
What kind of bees make milk? What kind of bees make milk?
Master bees.
Boobies. Boobies.
And they do make milk.
And they do make milk. Boobies. Wait, we got even some comments coming in. Okay. Real Entertainment Goose has gotta go, man. We're big up, gotta go, man. We're okay.
30 back there cracking up, man.
Okay, wait a minute.
You must have got these jokes out of the National Geographic.
Hey man, I'll be looking them up.
Boobies.
Okay.
You know what? These are good.
Wait a minute, here's the last question. Here's the last question. What do you call the lesbian version of a cock block?
Of a what?
What do you call the lesbian version of a cock block?
What's a cock?
A stud finder.
Like the dude stop you from getting some
You know I know what cock blocking is.
What do you call it?
Booty bandit.
What do you call the lesbian version of a cock block? A beaver dam. Professional comics done to get it. Hey man, we also want to show out to everybody. Look, Woe Entertainment is a platform made all around the world, which a lot of people don't know is that our veterans. And Big Hank, Tafu is a veteran. Big Hank, we know a lot of veterans. Rich King knows a lot of veterans. I know a lot of veterans. A lot of them comes back to our society and commit suicide. The GI bills and all that won't even pay for psychiatrists. So what we try to do is, if you listen to the podcast and you want, please, you know, I'm not begging. Anything helps. I just want to tell that, man. I want to thank all my guests coming in. Mr. Richard King, Mr. Big Hank, I want to call him Big Hank, and Big Tafu Panda.
Yes, sir.
I hope y'all, I'm going to keep sending y'all come in when you want to, because we got deeper subjects.
We getting on that.
2 hours.
We getting on that Raider thing next week.
Whatever you want to do. What you want to do? Typhoon? What's happening? You know I'm a Raider fan, man. I love the Raiders. I love the Rams. So I'm going in with you. Whatever you want to do, I'm with it.
Hey, well, hey, you know what? Y'all hurry up and cash app Roy Anthony so he can save these Raider fans. You know what I'm saying? Because they obviously have a mental problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to save Raider fans.
We got a lot more time. We're gonna be back in Thursday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. My man Big Hank is my regular host. He had just purchased a home and getting himself together.
Thanks, Big Hank.
Hey man, yeah.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir.
Hey man, let everybody know there in the church in Long Beach, man. I'm just been taking care of some situations. Thank you for coming in, Tafu. You know I love y'all very much. I love how we talking to people can hear us. Hey man, God bless y'all, man. Till I see y'all again, bro.
Roy Anthony Show.
Thank you, bro. Hey man, this has been Roy Anthony, man. That's why I asked you to play that song again, but he hard headed. See what I'm saying?
But because I listen, here you go.
Hey man, let me tell y'all something. I'm Roy Anthony. You can Google me. Please go to I'm coming this Thursday. I've been having a lot of people saying that they don't have Facebook, they don't have YouTube. But they can come on starting Thursday. You can go to royanthonylive.com and see the show live there. I think this was a special show.
Yes, sir.
This Thursday, we got Mike McDonald. He's a stand-up comedian based out of LA. He's also known as the Heavy Metal Dad. He'll be here with me Thursday. And remember, don't worry about what everybody else think about you. Go about what you think about yourself. And you know my symbol. From my heart, I pray to my God and bless all y'all. It mean, hey, I'm tired of this fly. Too cold? You know. Hey, man, I got something to thank God for. Before I get up here, I don't need no preacher. You don't know about that. I don't need. If you knew what I've been through. Anyway, y'all, I hope that you had a wonderful time at the show. And I want to tell everybody who's paying attention. This evening I'm gonna be on the Woe Entertainment Show. If you want to check in, I'm gonna be conversating with them on their platform, on their broadcast, which is under the Woe Entertainment platform. I want to give a shout out to Richie King, aka Redneck Pimp. I want to give a shout out to Goose, Blue Phoenix, to my man 3030, to my man Ron who popped up, Typhoon Panda, Big Hank coming from Long Beach, Brandon Peters came in from San Diego, Miss PoppinBarbie.com down there in Memphis, Tennessee. It's Roy Anthony, man. And guess what? Bump that right there. You ain't too old for no. That's right now. Put that up there on.
Hey, is this thing on?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Goddamn, man.
Is anybody out there?
Y'all look up Big Steve, man.
Tune
That's
in.
my boy, you right, but he wrote my thing.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's coming to homie Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony